It's a legit sigh, not even like a funny one. It's just me being kind of like bummed out and hoping, fingers crossed, fingers very, 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 very crossed that that Aki is not actually dead. I really, really don't want him to be dead. Legitimately, I want this character to continue onward, but as it is, Fujimoto doesn't like to keep characters around for very long. He likes to kill them off. I'm hoping that somehow Aki lives. I don't care if it's like, oh yeah, because you get some very shonen thing like Denji's emotions get to him and he's able to overcome the anti-magic, or not anti-magic devil. This isn't Black Clover. The Gun Devil's influence, and is able to take control out of all of the characters in the series. I've said it before. Aki is the one I just want to not see suffer. Just like he's gone through so much, and he doesn't have the crazy immortality and stuff that like the other characters have. Think about like the main cast, like the 4 main characters I'd say have Chainsaw Man: Denji, Aki, Power, and Mikima. Mikima is a big antagonist. She's not gonna die. On top of that, she's a devil. She can't really die. Same thing with Power. Power is a devil. She can't really die. She'll go back to hell, but we don't know. Like well, no, we know that they'll like lose their memories and stuff. So it'll be effectively her as a person. Like either of them, they would kind of like lose aspects about them. Who knows how exactly it would work for Mikima, considering how powerful she. Maybe she would like she would still have some of her memories kind of carry over. Who knows? But she technically, like, neither of them can really die. Denji's also pretty much immortal. We know that. But Aki is fully mortal. We don't really know exactly, like, what happens to somebody when a devil takes over their body. If their brain just kind of goes null after a while. Or if they kind of forever just are in this memory loop. Where, Aki is, in his mind, like, he thinks he's a kid playing, he's having a snowball fight with people. With his friend. And it's such a like depressing concept because he's in his mind he's happy, but in reality he's hurting his friends. He's hurting the people that he wants to protect and keep around. Like I saw a meme recently. I'm sure everybody's seen the meme of it's like the astronauts looking at the planet. I saw one. It was like Chainsaw Man, and it was like, oh, it's all just depression. It's like, yeah, it always has been. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Like, Chainsaw Man has had, like, a lot of really badass, like, monster designs and action. There's been a lot of really cool stuff in the series. Like, I love the series. I think it's great. But legitimately, the series has been constant depression and constant just, like, characters getting dicked over. It's been a while since, like, I've consistently read a series like this where it's, like, you have like a lot of really fun stuff, a lot of really good storytelling, a lot of really good characters in the world setting, and it's fun in all aspects and all around loving to read. And on top of that, like I will say when it comes to Chainsaw Man, again, I've said it a million times, and I'm going to keep saying it, I love the colors of the covers. I love Fujimoto's color palette. I think it looks great. But anyway, everything like leading in the series just evolves around like complete and total depression. Like it's like early Berserk. You got like Tokyo Ghoul, like any of these series where it's like, yeah, cool, we did it at the end of the day, but it, like, look at all the mental trauma we got, and then, certain characters are, leaving and not wanting to be involved, and it just further kind of like adds all of these. I don't even want to say like fuel the fire. It's more just like I imagine just like some dude quietly drinking by himself, just depressed. I guess that's really what it is. Sad shots of like some like really cheap vodka or something where it's just like, I don't have a lot, but it's enough that I have at least enough to kind of numb it all down. It's like, damn, man, it's painful. I seriously painful. It's rough. I feel bad for Denji. I'm fingers crossed on Aki. Like I really want Aki to kind of continue on, and like I want to see Himeno again too, but like I don't want Himeno to die, or not Himeno, sorry. Oh my god, it's Kobeni. I don't want anything bad to happen to Kobeni. She gets memed on too much by her own writer. Like, even in the fandom, her car got top 10 characters in the first poll. Like, I think her car ranked above her, too. I think she got 8th, and her car got 7th. So, like, even in, like, the meta of the series, like, she's getting hurt. She got top 10, but her car, like, her destroyed car, like getting more votes. It's just like, oh man, yeah, I can't remember. I think it was she either got directly below the car, directly above the car. Either way, like her car being involved in any degree is just like, damn, that's got to be painful from her perspective. But I still really enjoy seeing her character. So at least there's that. At least there's that when it comes to what she's doing. I have always really liked Kopeni, and I'm in the kind of the same boat where I'm hoping that she ends up living, but I want to see her again, but I know if she sticks around, she's gonna die. The only real kind of like assurance and like backup that we have of her if she comes back of not just kind of like getting murked is that the fact that her devil was like her devil contract was set up as like mysterious, so maybe it's like a big deal, like it's really really good. Like we saw her like way earlier in the series, her actually fight and she's just dodging attacks and mauling people with just a knife. Maybe she got like maybe some super focus or some like perceptual attack, and I don't know, something in there that can really kind of like build up her position to be like a bigger character in terms of power. I don't like power levels, not power of the character, but we'll see. Like it's something that the series has done really well. It's just like you want some of these characters to stick around, but I'm so worried about them. But Denji was taking some attacks from Aki. He gets blasted, he's all ripped apart, and you have some civilians show up. Like one lady has a knife. I was worried that they were gonna try and stab him, and maybe it was like some enemy like mind controlling these guys, or it was just worried civilians. But it's like this lady like stabs through her hand. I don't know why she just didn't cut her hand. Maybe she just really wanted a lot of blood. Either way, I guess in this scenario, like it's not the worst thing that she could do. I feel like she just cut your hand and you would have been fine. Maybe like I'm trying to think of like I guess I don't know like the I don't know the full reason of like certain things to happen. Like maybe it's easier for like to keep a small cut on both ends, kind of like managed than a long like cut. I don't know. I guess I've never really thought about it, but as it is, they're like, all these people want like Denji to save them. They got kids and family around here, as well as they said like they saw him on TV. We know Denji was like, he was like national news, like this devil like boosted guy that was fighting other devils doing things, and I like that a lot because the thing about this scene, it was like very quick, but like afterwards when it's just like a panel of Denji looking over at Aki, and like I think the panel where it's just him, blank background, just Denji's face, probably had this realization of him, like, these people wanting his help, wanting to, like, him to be a hero. And Denji is, like, this kind of, like, weird, like, again, it's more like an anti-hero. Like, I think that's always the best way to kind of, like, tag up Denji, because he wants to do good things, he doesn't do them in the best methods he can a lot of the time. But, here he is, finally getting asked by people to do these things, and it's at the expense of a friend that he really wanted to save. Like he's saying earlier, like turn back. He really wants Aki to turn back. Again, I'm actually legitimately sad about this. Like it's not even like tear sad. It's just like that deep punch into your emotions where it's just depressing. And I really want Aki to stick around. Like out of all, like I've said this multiple times in multiple other reviews. Aki, I just really want him to not get screwed over. I want good fortune to come of him, and I want good things to come of him. Like I don't know, it sucks, man. It's painful. I really want this character to do well and succeed, and just like, and not even succeed, survive. I just really want him to survive, man. And like in his mind, as like the little kid version, he sees Denji crying, and he's confused to why it's happening. And then afterwards, like he's like, oh, he's gone. But he sees his brother, and he's like, oh yeah, he wanted to play catch. And instead of the ending where the Gun Devil just completely destroys their house, it's like, oh, his brother comes back outside to play. And I'm wondering if that's kind of like a at peace kind of representation moment where it instead of the dark outcome, it's like, oh, instead everything went well and he's happy, and things just kind of like went in a nicer direction. The two chainsaws going right through his chest. This was a really sad scene, and then Aki afterwards just beaten up over it. The future devil like revealing like, you died in the worst possible way, not for Aki but for Denji for the chainsaw. And I'm really hoping that Aki lives somehow. I'm really hoping Aki somehow lives. and whether or not it's like he becomes a hybrid or what. I don't want him as a character to be gone. I really don't want him to be gone. I want to see him in future arcs, and I want to see like how exactly he would get used in future arcs. Like I said, if he gets like the Gun Devil's power and he becomes a hybrid, kind of like Denji, I'd be perfectly okay with that. But we gotta wait and see how this goes. I don't know. It's a little bit painful, but I can see it happening. But at the same time, I can see it not happening because the author is he's very unpredictable, and he likes to give them depression hours. But anyway, other than that though, comment below, thumbs up the video, before the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But other than that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.